Well, Keith, it's been a while. How you been?
Not too bad, just getting back from vacation. So obviously settling in a little bit and trying to get back to my daily routine.
Yeah, that's taken some time for me. I got back Sunday from Thailand. It was a good time, good trip, a lot of fun. Now I got to get back in the routine of eating cleaner. I didn't actually drink that much. I'm pretty proud of myself. But I got to get back in the routine and going to the gym every day. I hit the gym probably only a few times out of the 2 weeks I was there. And, it's time to get back on track.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree to that. I've been slacking, not gonna lie. Only worked out once since I got back, and I'm eating mostly healthy, but I'm still like partially in vacation mode, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm definitely still in vacation mode, and I already know I'm pretty good at getting in the mode of eating clean and going to the gym, but I know that I'm going to be going back to that, so I'm still in vacation mode of enjoying eating carbs and drinking a few beers. We just went out to the bar and got some wings and drank a few beers, and I feel pretty good, but I'm going to feel even better when I get back into the routine of eating clean and hitting the gym every day.
Yeah, start feeling better about yourself.
Yeah.
At least for myself.
Yeah.
But
anyways, how was your trip?
I mean, it was pretty good for the most part.
You went to the Outer Banks.
Yeah, we went to Dock, and we went to a museum, went to the beach, even though it was pretty windy and a lot more like not as calm as I'm used to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, it was actually a nice change of pace. Like obviously I wasn't able to get in and swim, but I was able to walk in and, feel the breeze and all that and smell the fresh air. So that was pretty nice. Made me miss my dogs because it would been nice to walk on the beach with them the whole time.
Yeah, I definitely being away for 2 weeks without Lola was kind of rough. She's my best friend. So, but I got to get introduced to the new woman's new cats, Gollum and Monkut, and they're awesome. And I feel like I have like new pets now as friends. So
yeah, no, that's always interesting, especially when you're around an animal enough. At least I feel like it always leaves an impression on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
even though they say animals don't have souls and stuff, and not all animals go to heaven, like the Disney film or whatever one that is. But I can't remember it off the top of my head. But I think it's all dogs go to heaven. But you get the point.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's like, yeah. But so that's one of those things that makes you wonder. Will you see your dogs again?
So Gollum and I got along pretty well, pretty quick. But Monkut, the black cat, took a little time warming up to me, but she ended up being one of my favorite cats ever. So I was laying in the bed, she'd jump up on my chest, take a nap, and it was super cute. So you kind of bond with an animal, and you get a little bit attached pretty quick. But yeah, it was a good time, seeing lizards in Thailand and enjoying Thai food and riding bikes in the mountains and walking tigers and cheetahs again. It was a good time. So
yeah, I still can't wait to do that. That's definitely like kind of especially like seeing you do it several times as well is like, now I have to try it. Like if you're doing it that often and stuff, and I could just see it.
Hey man, I keep going back for a reason.
I know, right? But that's what I'm getting at is like, now it's like one of the things like I have to try.
Yeah.
Because you're never promised tomorrow. So it's like, I want to make sure I do that.
And the Thai culture is incredible, as I've said before. I mean, everybody's laid back, and there's like, here in the United States, everything's such a process. Everything's so easy and smooth over there.
Yeah, that's not bad because it wasn't, like I said, normally, obviously, when you go to Outer Banks, it's like blazing hot, You basically want to be either in the AC or in the pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with, like I said, being like that, so on the days that were like obviously really nice, we rented a boat and stuff like that so we could be out on the water, which was awesome. Let the kids drive the boat and all that, It was a fun experience for the most part. Then the other, mutual people we were with, they rented a jet ski and stuff. So that was pretty cool to see them zip by on that.
Yeah.
But it was nice walking the boardwalks of Duck at night, enjoying the sunset, eating ice cream. As much as that, I feel like I'm getting old, you know what I'm saying? And then we got to see the otters, we got to see, birds and frogs, and it was neat watching all the wildlife right in front of you, just acting like you're not there.
Animals that aren't from here. You get to learn about like cobras are huge in Thailand. Uh, I didn't see any, unfortunately. I would, me, I would like to go film one. But the lizards over there and monkeys, and I got to see tigers and cheetahs. I mean, it was just a really cool experience. I think everybody should experience that. But I will say the hotel I stayed at, the resort, Pullman Phuket, was one of the most. It was the nicest resort I've ever stayed at. So it had a pool that had like a bonsai looking tree in the middle of it, and it hung over the ocean, so you could see the beach. It was a private beach, so it had the beach with the waves going, and oh my god, it was so freaking magnificent. Thai culture and everything. Like there's Thai workers everywhere making sure you're comfortable and giving you fruit, giving you drinks, anything you need. They're right there. They give you like cold towels to put on your head. It's the most beautiful resort I've ever stayed at. The bed was like 2 queen size beds put together, so we had a lot of room, obviously. But I had the jacuzzi, the overhead shower. Really good experience.
Yeah, I remember seeing the shower. You sent me that. That was awesome. I'm like, now you see why I have a 2-person shower.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
you got the resort shower in your own house.
Yeah,
every man's dream.
Yeah, I know. So I was just talking to my wife about that when we were in the Outer Banks, because we were in this little bathroom that was more, obviously don't get me wrong, it was convenient to have your own bathroom. So I'm not complaining. Like take it with a grain of salt. But it's like when I'm used to my bathroom, and then I go into that small like, I can't brush my teeth while my wife's brushing her teeth. I can't go to the bathroom while my wife's in there. Like, it was just like a lot smaller. Mm-hmm. And then obviously I was crammed in that little standard. It was less than like a full size, shower. So like I was just a little bit more claustrophobic than.
And I've unfortunately witnessed being in Green Bay, watching you poop in front of her in the bathroom. So sorry, I had to add that in. Yeah, but yeah, dude, it's definitely convenient to have. You guys got the 2 sinks, the shower overhead,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's fun to, take showers together and
save water, allegedly.
Yeah, save water, It's always nice when you come out dirtier than when you came in the shower too.
For sure.
But anyways, yeah, so and we also stayed at this other resort that was beautiful right on the beach. They gave us like a welcome. It was like a piece of a watermelon. It was like a pie. And it had dark chocolate chips on top of it with sprinkles. Dude, I've never even thought about putting dark chocolate or mixing chocolate with watermelon, but it was one of the best treats I think I've ever had. Like, I came home and I cut out a piece of watermelon and I put dark chocolate on it because I was so obsessed with it. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever thought about putting dark chocolate on watermelon, but it's definitely something to try. You'll enjoy it, I promise.
See, because like traditionally, I'm not a big watermelon person.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's very interesting you said that, because now I might have to try chocolate on it. Because obviously, like, I've had the chocolate strawberries. The only ones I really liked were from Edible Arrangements, but if I'm not mistaken, they were like $60 for like 10 of them, or a dozen, or half. It was, but obviously they're delivered and all that too. So.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, when we were in Outer Banks, they had a Dubai chocolate. I kept wanting to try it, and for some reason I didn't grab it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted obviously the dark chocolate version, because obviously dark chocolate's supposed to be better for you and stuff.
I had a lot of Thai soup, tom yum soup, shabu, which is a hot pot. You go pick your food and put it in. We had like 4 different kinds of like soup, essentially. There was like a Chinese version where it's like super hot, the tom yum black soup, and then there's one that's just like, it's just kind of like a regular soup. But it's really good. You just get like your pork, your steak, your chicken, your vegetables, your fish, your shrimp. You just put it in, boils it up real quick, put on your plate. Everybody shares. It's super good. Definitely recommend Shabu Hot Pot.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to try, because like normally when I travel to places, I try to like embrace the culture too.
Yep.
I feel like you have to be open-minded. Like, there's obviously been a lot of stuff I've tried that normally would never even think of, but it's like, it ain't gonna kill you, man. So it's like, just try it. You only live once.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I tried raw fish for the first time. New girlfriend made me try raw fish. She knows how much I'm not a big fan of fish. I put it in some soy sauce because I'm a big soy sauce guy. It was pretty fucking good. Raw salmon and soy sauce wasn't bad. It's good for you too. So I sucked it up, and I challenged myself and did something I would never do on my own, and it was good.
You had a good bit of shrimp and mahi when obviously in the Outer Banks you get fresh catch and stuff, so that's pretty nice. And then like you said about seeing the animals and stuff, it was so awesome because we got to see wild horses, like
That's cool.
and then there was a colt, so there was a baby there. So not only did I get to see it, I got to see it, and then one of the horses actually looked pregnant too. So it's like, what an awesome experience.
Yeah, dude, that's cool. That's funny you say that because we almost went to a restaurant in Thailand. It's a restaurant that's based off a farm. So
Yeah.
they have horses. We never ended up doing it because it was raining that day. But like they have like it's almost like the Western style. They had cornhole. They had live music. You could go ride horses. You could do all that fun stuff. We didn't do it, but I wish I would have got to share that experience. Maybe next time. Maybe next time, babe, we'll go.
Yeah, because
There's this place called Three Monkeys. It's literally a restaurant in the trees. They have lights everywhere. I'm sure you saw my Snapchats, but it's so cool. They have like a step. They have like steps that go up in the tree, and there's lights all around the steps. So you feel like super special going up to it with like a red carpet and everything.
and going down a wedding alley. Or
Yeah,
something.
and it's like a deck when you first get on there. There's bean bags everywhere. There's lights hanging over you. There's more tree, and you go up the steps, like the restaurant's there, the bar. Dude, it's the most beautiful restaurant I've ever been to. And this was right after I took her there. Right after we did like the tigers and cheetahs.
Yeah.
That's a cool experience. But yeah, it was like the perfect day. Taking the bikes in the mountains, renting a bike, going to different temples. I'll probably show videos of that. But dude, temples are cool. I mean, you got to take off your shoes. You got to go in. Not every single temple, but you usually donate something. And then you got to pray and you got to bow down 3 times and pray to the Buddhists.
They call that kowtowing or something?
I don't know. But it was cool, man. I felt like a monk. 'Cause you can't talk.
I'd have struggled there.
What'd you say?
I'd have struggled there.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just accept it.
Yeah, I mean, for something like that, obviously it would have been fine. But.
Yeah, but you donate something and then they give you like these stickers, and they have like these vases, and then you got to take like the sticker. You get like 20 of them, and then you got to just put it up, and then everybody that donates gets them, and then you got to cover the whole thing. I got to experience different kind of temples.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because, like, oddly enough, like I go to Cancun a lot, and I never been to I think it's the Aztec ruins there, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like, but in my defense, it's like a 6.5 hour drive, I think, or something, or not 6. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty much a whole day, and you're in a car for a long time. Either way.
So, what was your favorite meal on your trip?
That's a hard one because I eat pretty fucking good.
That'd be a tough one for me too.
I mean, when you put it like that, I mean, there was atmospheres I liked more about some restaurants, but the food was better at some. Does that make sense? Like the vibe. Like I feel like you can have mediocre food if the place is popping. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the vibe's right. But one of my favorite meals was actually, it was like a fresh caught grouper, I believe, but it was like laid over beans, rice, and all that. So like I paid a lot of money for some fancy stuff I didn't eat, if you get what I mean. But the actual fish was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's good.
But now I mean, like obviously you had the soup there, and obviously sushi and stuff. All right, Andy. So was there any like driving over there? Did you drive or did you rent a car? Did you anything like that? Like how was it over there?
So we had a bike and we rented a car. Over there, it's right seat driver. You have to drive in the opposite lane. So that took like an hour to adjust to. But been driving since I've been 16, so it wasn't that challenging. But did go in the wrong lane a few times at the beginning. But obviously, the bike is a really good experience. We went through the mountains, like I said, went through some temples. There's just nothing better than tropical mountains and nature when you're on a bike. That's just a whole different another level. So we had a really good time, enjoyed the mountains, enjoyed driving around the oceans, the different beaches, different Thai markets. Everything's so super cheap. Super cheap.
Did you actually go swimming?
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, I'm not gonna act like I know a lot about.
It's a bunch of blue water, snorkeling, beaches. I mean, dude, it's exactly like how you would picture Hawaii to be, just cheaper. It's a cheaper version of Hawaii. It's absolutely gorgeous. And allegedly, there's no sharks in Thailand.
Yeah,
well, Phuket, I should say.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that, but yeah, I definitely seen that Thailand was, in the realm of like top 10, or I've seen it in one of those listings before as having like the best water, and they have like coves or something, I guess you would call it, where it's tucked in with the rocks, and
yeah, they got James Bond Island over there.
So I didn't know that. So yeah,
it's absolutely stunning. And The Hangover 2, that's where Stu marries his Thai wife. They obviously get lost in Bangkok. They take a boat, but they get married in Phuket, Thailand, and that's why I really wanted to visit there. But it is absolutely gorgeous. I think everybody should have the chance. The biggest thing you have to pay for is the flight. But
and the flight time's terrible.
Flight time's kind of bad. I go to Haneda, Tokyo, or you go through Hawaii to make it easier. But I went all the way to South Korea this time. I've been to Doha too. Doha's not bad, but you're passing over Tokyo to go to South Korea, so it adds another like 2.5 hours, which is, you would think if it's already a 13-hour flight, it would be nothing. But that extra 2.5 hours is still killer. Like, you're just being trapped in a plane that long is really tough. But once you get past that, it's so worth it. Once you land and you get to experience the tropical experience of Phuket.
How many stops was it?
I went to Detroit to South Korea to Phuket.
Okay, that's not terrible. Like, obviously, some are more, but usually 2 to 3 is like the majority of like stops for foreign destination.
Yeah, my first time I ever
international.
My first time I ever went there, it was Detroit, and then went to Haneda, Tokyo, and then we had to go to Bangkok and then Phuket. So it was nice to skip over the Bangkok and just go right to Phuket, because Bangkok to Phuket's only like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's nothing.
But we almost went to Singapore too. And Phuket to Singapore is like maybe an hour flight.
It's not bad. It's like going to New York City almost.
Yeah. Singapore is absolutely beautiful, though. I definitely recommend that too. It's super romantic. It's only 50 miles wide. So you can do everything in Singapore probably in 2 days. So you wouldn't want to spend like a week there. But those 2 days will be a really fun experience if you've never been there before. It has the light up trees, the boat restaurant hotel. It has Universal. It's beautiful everywhere. The ocean, the beaches aren't, the nicest. It's like a bunch of cargo and it's not blue waters, but Singapore's really nice.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because obviously the flights are what always been able to hinder me from wanting to do it. Because sometimes it's like obviously over 20 hours of travel.
Yeah.
So like that's why I've never went to Greece, is because it's hard to get less than 22 hours total. I think like 18 to 22 hours.
Yeah.
And that's why I never went. And same thing with Italy. Italy was obviously 13 and a half hours, and you couldn't get nonstop unless you went to like JFK or, but then at that point, you're driving 6.5, 7 hours.
You might as well just take the flight.
You might as well just take the extra stop on the flight and drive 2 hours.
That's why I don't get that. I had a buddy saying that he was going to go to JFK. He's going to the Philippines. He said he was going to drive all the way to JFK just to save like $50. It's like, dude, you're going to be spending that in gas, no problem. I don't care what you drive. It's just not worth the time to me. I'd rather just take it from Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
Yeah, and I can only
to your connecting flight.
And I can only imagine, or even Detroit for that matter, because it's a lot closer for us. But like I can only imagine what JFK's parking rate is compared to like Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
No. Think I could see it being as much as $40+ a day. I really could. I could. So if you're going, yeah.
I tried telling him I'm just going to let him figure it out.
Because even on a deal, you're getting like $10-12 at Pittsburgh or Cleveland, depending if the lot's closed or blah, blah, blah. But I mean, at the end of the day, some people are just hollow-headed.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to be back on the podcast. We're sorry we weren't able to come out with a video the last Monday, but we had 3 of them planned out. I had edited, ready for the trip we were about to take. So we're back on track. We'll be continuing more videos here. So what are you drinking there? Some sweet tea?
Yeah, Liquid Death Sweet Reaper. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Safner and Cross Unfiltered. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.